everyone, Kirk here, Kirk's Motorrad Shop in Crystal Lake, Illinois, bringing you a do-it-yourself video. This one is going to be on how to change out the fuel pump on a, well, this one is a 2015, but pretty much any of the K1600 series, whether it's a GT, a GTL, all the way up to the new stuff. It's going to be about the same process, so if you want to learn how to do that, just follow along. What we have to do in order to start is to remove the air box. That's going to be right behind the air box. Right here is where the fuel pump is. So we got to get this air box out of the way. By the way, if you would like to for me to work on your motorcycle, then just send me a note at kirksmotorrad.com and we will talk about how to deliver it here and all that stuff, and I can certainly work on your bike for you. Anyway, so we have this, your seat mount right here. This has to come off. There's 4 bolts holding it on. They're T27 bits. Once you get your covers off, obviously you got to take your covers off for just about everything on the bike. So get your covers off, and then we're going to take off these 4 bolts here. Turn the music down, otherwise YouTube will ding me. I took 2 of the bolts out already. I guess there might be screws. I'm not sure. They're bolts or screws. Not sure what you'd call these. Let's just say they're fasteners. Like that. Okay. Get those out of the way. Now you can move this part here out of the way. I just like to flip it backwards. Right up in the front here, right there, you can probably see it in the video. There is a small little clip right there. You're going to pull that back. You might have to get a pliers on it or use a screwdriver or something and just pry that away. You see what that clip looks like. Just slides on there. There's also a washer sitting on top. Make sure you grab that, set it aside. There's one on the other side right in the same position. So pull that away. Got that one out. And get the washer out of there. Okay. Right here you've got a screw. T27 again. Now your air box is held on up in the front. Up in the front here, these are held on with just some clips. So you can pull that away. Pull it away on the other side. And now the thing should start to be loose. You do have hoses and stuff connected here, so you're going to have to pull away hoses, disconnect electricals, that kind of thing. I'm going to pull this off here. Just pull that backwards. That. And pull this electrical connector off here. I didn't even have to unhook it, but it just slides in there. It unhooked itself. There's also going to be some on the other side as well. You have like a drain or something here. One of the breather hoses goes in right here. Just pull that off. And then lift up on it. Okay. Get it loose. Then you're going to see there's 2 other connections here. You got a hose that is connected to this little venturi thing or this drain, and then there's another hose down at the bottom as well. There's also on the back side of this. Oh man, I am doing terrible on the camera work today. I'm sorry, guys. One clamp right there. Okay. And you got 1 hose left right here. Slide that off. Now the whole thing should be loose. I don't think there's any more connectors on it. You should be able to remove it. Oh, wait a minute. I guess there might be one more. Aha! There's one more. It's down underneath. It's the airbox temperature sensor. Just pinch it, pull it off. There we go. Now it's off. They look like devil horns. What do you think? Kind of like a devil horn. Alright, before we pull this pump out of here, you've got to lower the amount of gas that's in it. So I'm going to go ahead and siphon out some gas to get it down below the level. So when I open this up, it doesn't just come all spilling out, because that would be a mess, and I don't want that here in my shop. Now with the gas tank lowered down, the level anyway, the fuel level has been lowered down, I can now take off the whole fuel pump mechanism here. So you just get your fingernail in here, pry these wires out. There's a little 4 connector there. You got a 3-pin connector here. You can't screw them up when you put them back in. And then you have your fuel outlet. Just push in on this and pop it out. That's it. Now I'm going to get a rag and just lay it in here just in case a little bit of fuel comes out. There shouldn't really be too much fuel, if any. I know I got that lowered down pretty good. Now if you don't have the correct spanner wrench, which I don't, you can just take a screwdriver and just tap it. Just tap on one of the things and it will it'll start to slide over. And just unscrew this ring, pull it off. Now there's a tab down here at the bottom, so you can't get this thing in the wrong position when you put it back together. It only goes together one way. The tricky part is the sealing ring that's on the inside here. When you put it together anyway. It's not tricky now taking this thing apart. It's more tricky just putting it back together. You may have to get a screwdriver or something in here and just kind of pry this thing out. Something real small. In my case, I've got a little pry tool here. Just get in there and pry it away. There we go. Okay. We're going to pull this out. Just be careful when you pull this out, because you might wind up twisting your float sender, because that is in there. There's the float. There we go. Now I can go ahead and change out this pump, and that's what I'm going to take care of that right now. Or I'm going to test this pump first to see if maybe I can get it to operate. This thing's only got 7,000 miles on it. It should be operating, but unfortunately it's not. All you have to do to replace this fuel pump is you pull off the filter. You get this little sock filter here. Just get something in behind it and pry it off of there. And then unplug it here. You have to work this off, and the pump will come out of there. You know, it'll come out like this way, and you can work all that stuff without having it in this holder. So it makes it pretty easy. It's really not too terrible to do. Anyway, let's put it back together again. One thing you got to do when you put this thing back in is the seal that's on here. You need to kind of walk this off of here a little bit and put the seal in around here first. Otherwise, you will not get this thing in. You won't get it to slip past this lip. So take the ring off of there and put it in the hole first. There you go. Make sure it's all correct. Make sure the lip is not folded under anywhere. It's all good. Then take your pump unit and slowly feed it through the hole without knocking that seal back off of there. Just be gentle. Just go easy. It's going to be a little tough, but you'll get it in there. There we go. Okay, my tab is pointing down. Now, the last thing I like to do is take a little bit of like WD-40 and just kind of squirt it along this edge to help facilitate it sliding into this seal. Otherwise you might push the seal inside and then you'll have just a big leak when you go to put gas back in it, and you're going to be starting over. That's no fun. There we go. Just make sure your tab is in the right place at the bottom. And there we go. It's in there. Take your ring, put it back on. Hook your electrical connections back up. And God willing, you should be good to go. It's not, I know there's a torque spec for this, but I don't have a torque wrench big enough for this thing. So I just torque it by tapping it. Hook our connections back up. And our fuel. Make it happener. I'll put just a little bit of lubricant on this O-ring. You can reuse these O-rings, it's okay. As long as they're not broken. There we go. Go ahead and put gas in it, make sure you're not leaking anywhere. And then reverse order everything, get it back on the... Get the air box on, start it up, make sure it runs. And that's it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a little bit of something out of it, or maybe you won't be so scared to get in there and do this work yourself. Again, if you want me to work on your bike, just contact me through kirksmotorrad.com and we will arrange to get your bike here and get it on the lift, and maybe you will see one of your bikes on a future video. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I will see you on the next one.